Hi, everybody, and welcome to our Mabon celebration here on the Bernard Alvarez channels. Today, we are celebrating Mabon. It is the autumn equinox is just around the corner. I believe it's tomorrow or the day after. If you're watching this live, as usual, we will be leaving the archive up so you can perform it on the actual equinox. Again, I believe it's tomorrow or the day after. I have to check the dates. But anyway, it's so good to be here. As many of you know, I have been on hiatus for the last several weeks. And I just wanted to remind you that I am going to be going away on vacation next week. But the whole new season of Bernard Alvarez shows and lineup will begin the first week in October. Is it? Yes. But I've got lots in store for you. If you've tuned in, maybe you already saw the place card to let you know the show's starting. We're changing up a lot of things. You're going to be seeing lots of positive changes, especially for those of you who are my paid subscribers on YouTube or on Facebook. And I'm looking forward to sharing so much more with you. One of the surprises that I do have, which I was going to kind of wait and share for later, maybe I already shared it and I just don't remember. But my coven, my grove, we are called the Star Mountain Grove, has agreed that it's okay for me to film the classes that I teach them. So we will be recording and uploading those classes that I teach to my personal coven just for our paid subscribers and supporting members. Anyway, I'm really excited about it. I'm looking forward to going away next week. I'm going home to Miami, as many of you know. I grew up there, and I try to go back about once a year. But enough of that. It is fall, and I am so grateful. The last couple of days, the weather has been changing here in Roanoke, Virginia. The leaves haven't really quite started turning yet. Yes, the one behind me is just a blue screen, but I look forward to maybe coming home for my vacation and seeing all those wonderful colors beginning to come. I want to switch on the chat. I haven't done that yet. So let's see. Oh, I already see Liz Anderson joining us on Facebook. Hi, Liz. I will be seeing you later. And not later today, but later this week. And hello to Noha Assam, who is joining us on YouTube. Anyway, as usual, this is a virtual Sabbat, and the format is this is probably going to be the last time we're going to use this format. Yes, I am going to continue doing the Sabbats for everybody, but the format of this, which is what I would like to suggest, if you've read the description for today's event, I hope you've had the opportunity to think about what it is you would like to harvest. What have you been working on this past summer? What have you been working on since spring? Are there things that you've been putting energy toward that now you're ready to embrace and manifest into your life? Whether it be maybe a work project, a home project, a personal self-development project, studying something, whatever it might be. Today would be the day to do the spell, to harvest it and bring it into your life. So I am looking forward to doing that with you today. If you do plan on doing it, I always recommend having a little tea candle, because we're doing it on our desk. I know I am. I don't know where you might be doing it. And make sure you have yourself a little slit of paper. Mine's written on, and write down what it is that you are going to be manifesting as well. Make sure you have like a fire safe container. I'm using an old retro ashtray that I'm using to be able to burn it. After that, of course, we will release the ashes, or you will release the ashes to the wind. I would release it to the wind. Some people want to bury it, depending on the time of year. I do say bury it. But it is autumn. We want the wind to carry it so the universe can return it to us. Anyway, it's great to see everybody. I see a couple more people joining us. Hi, Marion, joining us on Facebook. Aloha to Kauai. Thank you so much. Very good to see you. Oh, good. Very good. Says Liz is my sister. I don't know if you're blood sisters, but you are sisters in my book. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. We've got a lovely meditation that we'll be doing prior to the spell. And without further ado, let us join together and celebrate the coming of fall and the turning of the great wheel of the year. So join me now. And what I'd like to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'd like to start by smudging my space. I am just using some Nag Champa incense. As you all know, that's probably my favorite when I'm doing indoor ceremony. Forgive me as I turn my back to you. Cleanse myself. And let me send you some good smoke as we cleanse the circle and prepare for our ceremony. Mabon is known as the pagan Thanksgiving. It marks the autumn equinox when day and night are equal, making it a time of balance, equality, and harmony. In ancient times, Mabon was a celebration of the second harvest, with Lugnasad as the first, or Lammas. When farmers gathered hearty foods like gourds, pumpkins, grapes, and apples. Modern Mabon celebrations are a time to give thanks for the abundance of Mother Earth, both literally and spiritually. It is also a good time to reflect on the wheel of the year, recognizing your successes and letting go of the things that do not serve you during the past 12 months. At this time, we are going to create our sphere or cast our circle. Between the worlds, we build the sacred circle. Outside of time, this rite leads to the ancient way where we may find the old gods and conjure magic great. Blessed be. And if you would like to join me, you can close your eyes. And as usual, let us begin to visualize a great ball of golden light in our bellies. And let us allow that sphere of golden light to expand, growing larger and larger, encompassing our bodies, surrounding us in this golden protective light, and expanding it upward, below you, before you, behind you, to your left and to your right, several feet, so that you have the freedom to move around, creating a boundary between the world of the gods and the mundane world. And fortify this boundary with your thought. Sense the golden light moving through you and around you, protecting you. We are in a safe and protected space. Between the worlds, we build the space. A ring of energy dances around us. Together, we close a sphere above us and below us. The circle is cast. Naught but love will enter here. Naught but love will emerge. We stand in a temple of our own making, between the worlds, in a time out of time. Blessed be. Now it is time to call the four quarters, beginning with the east. What I'd like you to do is bring your attention to the east, wherever that may be for you. If you have the freedom of movement and can hear my voice, by all means, stand up and face the east. If not, just putting your attention toward it will help and do what it needs to do. We call upon the element of air and the green spirits of knowledge. We call to the tree spirit of hazel, keeper of wisdom and knowledge, keeper of secrets, and tree of magicians. If you will, to connect with our knowledge of the earth, help us to learn and to understand her even better. For the highest good, hail and welcome. So mote it be. And now let us bring our attention to the south, or you may turn and face the south. Let us evoke the colors and the sense of the element of fire. We call to the element of fire and the green spirits of power. We call tree spirit of hawthorn, tree of fairy fire, Huat, holy tree of the Tor, and fire of the blood. Bring us, if you will, your passion for spiritual growth and service to all of nature, for the highest good of all. Hail and welcome. Blessed be. And now bringing our attention to the west and the element of water. You may want to focus on moisture or the color blue. We call to the element of water and the green spirits of love. We call to the green spirit of willow, great healer of body and spirit. Reveal, if you will, your great mysteries. Open the door to the dark so that we may gain understanding and compassion in our work for the highest good of all. Hail and welcome. Blessed be. And now bringing our attention to the north and the element of earth. Feel free to visualize the color green as we call to the element of earth and the green spirits of wisdom. We call to the spirit of oak, master of druidic wisdom. If you will, Be our protection and our gateway to the realm of the green spirits, so we may work for the highest good of all. Hail and welcome. Blessed be. And today, let us bring our attention to the element of spirit. Sense a spirit that moves through you, above you, and around the planet and the universe. As we call to the spirit of place, the ancient guardians of the stones and portal of the cauldron, and to the ancestors and guardians of the ancient wisdom, connect us to the land of our birth and the power of this place to aid in our working for the highest good of all. Hail and welcome. Blessed be. It is now time for us to call the divine feminine, our Lady Goddess. Join me as we draw her energy into our sacred space. Lady Autumn, Queen of the Harvest, I have seen you in the setting sun with your long auburn tresses blowing in the cool air that surrounds you. Your crown of golden leaves is jeweled with amber, amethyst, and rubies. Your long flowing purple robe stretches across the horizon. In your hands, you hold the ripened fruits. At your feet, the squirrels gather acorns. Black crows perch on your outstretched arms. All around you, the leaves are falling. You sit upon your throne and watch the dying fires of the setting sun shine forth its final colors of the sky. The purple and orange lingers and glows like burning embers. Then all colors fade into the twilight. Lady Autumn, you are here at last. I thank you and your rewards. We have worked hard for our gifts. Lady Autumn, grant us peace and rest this coming season. O great goddess of the harvest and the underworld, who has been known as Demeter, Persephone, and Morgan, teach us the secrets of the mysteries and the ways of magic. Blessed be. And now let us call the god of autumn. Hail, hail, hail. The grapes have been gathered, the wine has been pressed, the casks have been opened. Hail to Dionysus, and hail to Bacchus. Watch over our celebration, and bless us with merrymaking. O great God of wine and of the harvest, grant us strength and understanding throughout the season and always. Hail, hail, hail. Blessed be. We've cast our circle, we've called the elements, and we've called the divine mother and father of the season. We're going to do a prayer in just a moment, but before that, I'd like to say hello to a few more of you that have come on. I want to say hello to Tanisha, who is joining us on Facebook, and to my dear friend Kelly, who also is joining us on Facebook. And Noha, I hope that this ceremony brings you some healing and some balance. Um, Let us now begin with our autumn prayer. If you would like to join me, please close your eyes, bow your heads, raise your arms with your palms up. My camera doesn't let you see. Raise your hands with your palms up as we send our message to the universe and accept the energy of the universe through this prayer. My arms will be up below the screen, unfortunately. The time of change is upon us. The equinox comes. The wheel turns. The goddess and god prepare for their journey to the other world as the earth and all of her children prepare for the time of quiet and reflection that lies ahead. May we use this autumnal period to seek the strength and power within to assist us on our own quest for vision, feeling, and peace. May we see and feel the presence of the goddess and the god within us. Through without, the earth begins her slumber. Keep us in your light. Blessed be. And now we're going to perform our autumnal equinox meditation. If you'd like, feel free to keep your eyes open and just listen to the words and enjoy the imagery, the fall imagery I'll be showing in just a moment. But if not, what I would like you to do, and actually, let me switch on that imagery now. There we go. So why don't we start by closing our eyes, taking a deep breath, filling our bellies, pausing, and gently exhaling. And again, taking a deep breath, pause, and exhale. And allow your mind, your body, your thoughts to slow down and to relax. And sense that darkness within you, just a void, nothing scary. And go deeper within to that void, that darkness, knowing you are safe, feeling more and more at peace. And as you're in the darkness, it begins to dissolve. And before you, you are standing at a great hall. It is a mighty lodge of rough-hewn logs with a ceiling that lifts far overhead, beyond the reach of 9 ash spears laid end to end does that ceiling soar above. The columns that hold up this vast roof are living oak trees. Ancient grapevines coil around their massive trunks, and jewel-toned grapes shine among the dark spreading leaves. If you look straight up, the trees vanish into the clouds. Not smoke, but clouds. If you look outward across the hall, you see huge bonfires that leap and crackle in stone-lined pits. Above each is a skylight cut into the distant roof to release the smoke and the sparks. Some skylights show the stars we know. Some show the constellations of a different world. And others show the sunlit skies from different seasons. Time is irrelevant here. The harvest is now. You step inside the great hall and crowds swirl around you. People eating, drinking, dancing. Their garb marks them from every human era. Stone Age, Bronze Age, Iron Age, and forward. They have found solace and splendor here. Shelter. And as you walk past the roaring bonfires, you see the merry faces of everyone you have ever known who has gone before you to the Summerland. All of your long lost pets are here as well. You shiver to feel a furry body rub against your ankles, or a cold nose thrust into your palm, inviting a caress. But you are not dreaming. Soon you come across a vast banquet table, loaded with an endless feast. Everyone partakes, coming and going as he or she pleases. At the head of the table sits the Lord of the harvest, he who is known as the steward of the earth. With kind eyes, he has watched you since you first found your way to his hall. Now he beckons to you. He shows you to the seat on his right hand. With a simple smile, he greets you. You have come home. You're in the presence of your All Father who has known you and cherished you since the moment of your birth. What is your greatest blessing, my child? He asks. I tried to give you the best. I wanted to arm you against the cruelties of life. What has turned out to be my greatest gift? The answer expands in your mind like a rising sun. It might be your health, it might be your children, it might be the passion and closeness that you share with the love of your life. It might be your creative expression or the work with which you give back to the world. You must name it now to summit its essence to the great hall. And as you do now, your greatest blessing appears before you as a golden chalice. It overflows with a sparkling substance that looks like sunlight made fluid. Within this liquid, you see a reflection of the steward's greatest gift to you. Concentrate on it. Let it fill your mind. This treasure is a source of your strength as you struggle through the hardships specific to your individual life. Now the people come forward with their own cups in hand, their eyes shining with anticipation. They bow with great reverence. At first, you think they are honoring the Lord who sits beside you, but it is you to whom they are grateful. One by one, they dip their cups into your chalice and drink deeply of the elixir. Their eyes grow brighter, and their faces flush with vibrant life. They become beautiful as gods. You realize that you are not giving away your health or your children or your greatest expression. Instead, you are sharing the strength of your greatest blessing imparts to you. It is a wellspring that will never run dry. As you are transformed by your source of strength, so do your actions transform everyone in your life. You look at the harvest, Lord, as you realize what He has shown you. He lays His hand along the side of your face gently. You feel it like gentle lightning awakening every nerve as He says to you, Go forth in your wisdom and be my light in the world. You are pulled from the great hall back into the void, back into the darkness, back into your body as you sense every breath, breathing in through your nose, deep breath, exhaling. You bring your attention now to where you are sitting. As your consciousness returns fully to the room, to the seat, to the place you are sitting now. 3, as you begin to wiggle your toes. 2, as you begin to move your fingers and rotate your neck. And 1, gently opening your eyes, feeling full of the gift of the elixir that you hold within and that you share. Welcome back. That felt very, very good. I hope you all enjoyed that as much as I did. My goodness, it's beautiful. Great headspace for our spell. Why don't I ring the bell to kind of focus us a little bit? And what I'd like you to do, if you have not done so already, maybe the meditation has helped you gain some clarity as to what it is that you would like to harvest within your life at this time, what it is that you've been working on that you would like to manifest, bring it forth, allow it to be a part of your life now. If you have not already, and if you do have it, take your small candle, if you have a candle, and light it now. This is our bonfire for the Sabbat, our little mini bonfire for the Sabbat. And if you did get that slip of paper, this would be the time you want to write down a short phrase that encompasses that which you are harvesting. If you're not going to burn it, if you do not have a candle, if you do not have a slip of paper, that is absolutely fine. But what I'd like you to do is in your mind create that short phrase. It could be, it's time for me to open my business, or it's time for me to get that divorce, whatever it is, harvest it, whatever you've been working on. It's time for me to sign that real estate loan, whatever it is you've been working on. It's time for me to start that new job. It's time for me to feel healthy from all the changes in lifestyle I've had over the past several months. But keep it short. Use it like 3, 4, 5 words, 6 or 7 at the most. Mine has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words. And the reason why we want to keep it short is A, you want it to fit on the tiny paper if you're using paper, and B, you want to be able to repeat it in your mind without having to mess it up. We want to flow and stick with that. So by now, hopefully, you have written down what it is you are going to harvest, whether it be on the paper or in your mind's eye. And at this time, I'd like you to close your eyes. And I'd like you to think back on what it is you've been working on. Think about the effort you put in. Think about the focus that you've had to bring this into fruition. Think about the steps you've taken and all your hard work that is bringing you to this time of the harvest. Harvesting your spiritual work, your emotional work, and your physical work. And as you bring yourself to this time or this era of the beginning of autumn, what I'd like you to do is one more time, open your eyes if you have that slip of paper. If not, begin repeating the words. Read the words. And begin repeating those words. Again, keep repeating them. And as you repeat those words in your mind, I'd like you to allow the imagery to begin to form of what that looks like in your life. Keep repeating the words, allowing the visualization to become clearer and clearer of what it looks like. And soon you'll be sensing a bit of relief that you've made it, that you have it. You can sense how good you feel. And you can sense gratitude that you have now received it. Hold on to that emotion and layer that emotion into the visualization and into the words you've been repeating. You may even add, I am so grateful. I now. And holding on to that thought form that we have created, you have created an etheric thought form. Allow it to just sit before you, within you, wherever you sense it. And with your eyes closed, being aware of the thought form you've created with the emotion, the words, and the visuals, repeat after me. Now is the time of the great harvest, and I accept that which I've sown. Now is the time of the great harvest, and I accept that which I've sown. We're going to start repeating it together. Now is the time of the great harvest, and I accept that which I've sown. Now is the time of the great harvest, and I accept that which I've sown. Now is the time of the great harvest, and I accept that which I've sown. Now is the time of the great harvest, and I accept that which I've sown. And as I do will it, so mote it be. Release the thought form. Open your eyes. And if you have that paper, go ahead and light it on fire. Put it in your fireproof container so you may burn it later. Very good, everyone. Very, very good. I felt that one. I always feel it when I do this with y'all. So thank you. Thank you so much for being a part of this. Well, the time has come for us to begin wrapping up. Boy, that went by so quickly. It felt like 20 minutes. What I would let's go ahead and now let me make a few announcements and maybe a few reminders as we before we do the closing. Again, I would just like to remind you that I will not be here next week. I am going home to Miami next week to spend time with my other family. And I need the break. Boy, do I need the break. I am very excited, though, because when I come back, I will be launching the 2024 season. You can call it that. I do this every year, kind of change things up, changing things format. We will probably still be calling the Sabbats and whatnot the Grove, and we still have the Grove community. But we are going to be focusing a little bit more on classes, discussions, and very special perks and exclusive content for my paid subscribers on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, all you have to do is click that join button underneath. If you're on Facebook, I think it's also underneath the video player. I'm not sure. One says subscribe, one says join. I don't know what they're different in both places. But yes, I still have to update all the perks you're going to be getting. If you join today, they're going to be a little bit different, but it'll be totally worth it. Like I said, I'm very grateful that my coven has allowed me to film the classes. I will be teaching them moving forward. As well, I will be teaching classes here on the show regularly. The only difference is that the archives will only be up for a short amount of time, but all the archives will be available to the paid subscribers and those who join the YouTube channel and are supporting subscribers on Facebook. With that being said, when I do return, I'm going to be on vacation next week, so I might be a little out of it. So I think we're going to start with just a basic Q&A. I love that. So if you have any questions relating to paganism, metaphysics, meditation, recovery, as you all know, I'm an Al-Anon and I'm still sick and strong with it. Any kind of questions that you might want to ask me, we'll be doing it live. I'll be answering you live. Just post them in the chat next in 2 weeks. So I will be back in 2 weeks for another live show. And I look forward to seeing you then. And of course, in the meantime, I'll be posting all kinds of fun stuff from my well, actually laying on the beach is what I'm going to be doing most of the time. But maybe I'll walk around the Broadwalk and stream some video and show you guys what I'm seeing a little bit. But with that being said, it's time for our goodbyes. So let's take a moment to thank the God for being here with us. We thank the Lord of the harvest for being present in our ritual. Stay in our hearts and our minds throughout the coming months. Remind us of your presence in the dark days ahead. Blessed be. And now let us thank the goddess as we wish her well. We thank thee, Lady of great bounty, for being present here in our sacred ritual. Thank you for all the gifts we have shared today. As you go from mother to crone, continue to comfort and nurture us in the shorter days ahead. Be with us in our hearts and in our thoughts. Blessed be. And now, let us say goodbye to the four quarters. Bringing our attention to the north. Spirits of the north, spirits of earth, thank you for your presence in our ritual today. We give thanks for your many gifts this time of year. Blessed be. And bringing our attention now to the west and the spirits of water. Spirits of the west, spirits of water, thank you for your presence in our ritual today. We give thanks for your many gifts this time of year. Blessed be. And bring our attention now to the south. Spirits of fire, spirits of the south, thank you for your presence in our ritual today. We give thanks for your many gifts this time of year. Blessed be. And bring our attention now to the east. Spirits of the east, spirits of water, of air, my bad. Thank you for your presence in our ritual today. We give thanks for your many gifts at this time of year. Blessed be. And with the veil getting thinner and thinner, there is no need for us to let go of the element of spirit of ancestors and of those who have gone before us because they're going to be hanging around anyway. So be aware of them, commune with them a little bit as we get closer and closer to Samhain, as the veil gets thinner and thinner. Send your love to your ancestors. Send your love to your fur babies or scaled babies, whatever pets you may have had in the past that have moved on. And know that they are around you, always around you, watching you, protecting you, sometimes guiding you and shoving you in the right way, in the right direction. With that being said, let us open our circle. Let's close our eyes for a moment and visualize or revisualize the boundary that we have created, that sphere of light. And let us allow it to dissolve, bringing us fully into this moment. With gifts given and blessings to soon be received, I proclaim this right to be at an end. Blessed be the harvest. Blessed be the gods, and merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. I love you guys. Blessed be. Have a wonderful, wonderful Mabon. And I'll be thinking of you. And yes, Kelly, I will drink and eat for you. Sooner than later, hopefully you'll meet me down there. I love you all. I love you, Cal. I love you all. And I do mean that. I love you all. Thank you so much for being a part of my life. Thank you so much for being a part of the ceremony. And if you can, please, by all means, consider joining the YouTube channel and becoming a paid subscriber or supporter. Super supporter, I think I call it. On Facebook, I believe that's a paid subscriber. And I look forward to working with you all. By the way, the one thing, before I forget, the one thing that I'm really, really interested in with my subscriber joiners, whatever they're called, I want ideas for shows, and that is going to be one of the perks. I'm very interested in hearing what you guys would want me to talk about, discuss. What do you like me to teach you? So, as a super supporter and paid subscriber, you'll have that option. And actually, I think that's like the first post I have. Anyway, I love you. I will see you all in 2 weeks. Have a great, great Mabon autumn equinox, and I will see you all. I think it's October 7th. I come back here. Anyway, and don't forget, we have a whole new thing starting October 7th. So you'll be seeing a lot of new stuff and a new format and all that kind of stuff. I'll talk to you soon. I love you. Bye.